In the land of Egypt, the Israelites had once thrived, but now they lived under the weight of chains. A new Pharaoh, who did not remember Joseph, saw their growing numbers and feared them. So he enslaved them, forcing them into hard labor. They built cities from stone under the blazing sun, and their cries for freedom rose up to heaven. One day, far from Egypt, a humble shepherd named Moses tended his flock in the wilderness. There, he saw something strange, a bush burning with fire, yet not consumed. As he approached, a mighty voice spoke in the flames. "Moses, I have heard my people's cries. Go and bring them out of Egypt." The voice was God's. Moses was afraid. He was no hero, just a man with doubts and a stutter. But God promised, "I will be with you." So Moses, joined by his brother Aaron, returned to Egypt to confront Pharaoh with a message of divine power. "Let my people go." Pharaoh scoffed and refused. Then came the signs, plagues like Egypt had never seen. The Nile turned to blood. Frogs overran the land. Gnats, flies, hail, and locusts followed. Darkness fell for days. And finally, a terrible night. The firstborn in every Egyptian household died. Only the Israelites were spared, their doors marked with lamb's blood in the first Passover. Shattered by grief, Pharaoh relented. He ordered the Israelites to leave. So they packed their belongings, gathered their children and herds, and marched into the wilderness, a nation set free. But Pharaoh's heart turned hard again. He sent his army after them, chariots thundering across the desert. The Israelites reached the Red Sea, trapped between the water and Pharaoh's soldiers. Panic spread through the crowd. Then Moses lifted his staff, and the wind howled. Before their eyes, the sea split in two. Walls of water rose on both sides, and a dry path opened to the deep. The Israelites walked across the seafloor, safe under God's protection. As the Egyptians gave chase, the sea closed behind them with a mighty roar. The chariots vanished beneath the waves. God had delivered his people with power and wonder. On the other shore, the Israelites sang. They danced. They praised the God who had freed them. But the journey wasn't over. Through barren deserts and rocky paths, they wandered. When they were hungry, bread fell from the sky. When they were thirsty, water poured from a rock. At the foot of Mount Sinai, the earth trembled. Smoke rose to the heavens as God descended in fire. Moses climbed the mountain alone. There, on stone tablets, God gave him the Ten Commandments, laws for a free people to live by. But while Moses was away, the people grew restless. They built a golden calf and worshipped it. When Moses came down, his heart broke. Yet God, full of mercy, gave them another chance. The covenant was renewed. God then instructed the people to build a sacred tent, the tabernacle, a place where his presence would dwell among them. Every detail was divine, every curtain and altar carefully crafted. Even in the wilderness, God was with them. Though the promised land was still far ahead, the people were no longer slaves. They were a nation led by the hand of God. The book of Exodus ends not with an ending, but with a journey still in motion, a journey of trust, freedom, and faith.